Hello everybody, how is it going? Welcome to another episode of Worst Pedals Ever. I'm going to be your host, Lucas, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, we finally have something on this dang series that is not a distortion pedal. We have the Rogue Analog Delay. True story, my friend West actually sent me this pedal because he said it sounded like garbage, and he's like, here, do you want it? I'm like, sure. You know, I love crappy sounding pedals. So he sent it to me, and we're going to be testing it out today. It's an extremely simple pedal. You just have time, you have repeat, you have level right here, you have your power plug up there at the top, and on the back side we have some little feetsies. No Velcro. That's really it. It's a super simple pedal. So let's plug things up and see what this beast sounds like. Everything is all plugged up. Let's check out the clean sound we're going to be working with. That is a clean sound we're going to be working with. Now let's kick on the Rogue Analog Distortion. As you can probably already see on the pedal cam, everything is all the way up at 5. You can kind of hear it kick on a little bit. It doesn't make the clean sound as dry. Let's get crazy. Let's jack up the time a little bit here. Jack that up about right there. Let's see what that sounds like. It's making a tiny bit of difference. It's kind of really hard to hear. It's very subtle. Let's jack up the level a little bit. There we go. That's a lot better. You can actually hear it now. Kind of a little bit noisy, actually. It's a little bit better, but as you heard, the level, you have to kind of turn it up loud for it to actually be heard. Let me just kind of like, I'll chug a little bit so you can hear. About right there is where you kind of actually really start to hear it kick in. Let's jack up the repeat a little bit. Put it about right there and see what that sounds like. I find it's actually a little bit easier to kind of hear the delay coming through whenever you're doing a lot of single note stuff. Let's get crazy. Let's check the time all the way up. Not much of a change. This pedal, it's kind of starting to show its true colors in my opinion. I find that like you kind of like really want to like just go for it. It's like, come on, give me a little bit more, and it just kind of like, nah, I'm sorry, I can't. It maxes out really quick. Okay, so we have the time and the repeat all the way up. Let's get a taste of what that sounds like. Oh, nice, good long decay time. All right, let's turn the time all the way down, just cause. When you have the time all the way down and repeat all the way up, it kind of acts sort of like a reverb, honestly. Kind of like a really, really fat reverb. Let's put the time all the way up. Let's do it backwards now. Let's put the repeat all the way down and the time all the way up. See what that sounds like. It sounds okay. It's not really isn't anything very fantastic. All right, now you know here on Worst Guitar Pedals Ever, we love to crank things up. We love to get things spicy. All right, so we're gonna crank everything all the way up, and we're just gonna see how it sounds. Honestly, there wasn't very much difference in my opinion when we jacked everything all the way up. Now, let's do one more test. We fully explored the clean tones. Let's check out what it sounds like when we have a little bit of a distortion for a little bit of a lead tone. So we got a little bit of distortion going on, switch to the neck pickup, back things down while we were in the transition period there because it sounded kind of crazy when everything was all ramped up. All right, so let's see what this Rogue analog delay can do for the lead sound. Okay, that's fairly decent. Let me crank it, because we know on here we like to crank our hogs. Oh, this ought to be interesting. So that is what it sounds like with some lead tones. I wasn't really impressed, honestly, with it on the lead tones. I kind of actually rather it on the clean setting. With a clean tone, it sounds a little bit more usable. It just, like I said before, it just doesn't really want to go anywhere. Anyway, let's wrap things up on the Rogue analog distortion. Whoops, no, analog delay analog delay, too many distortion pedals on here. After playing this gorgeous Rogue analog delay, not distortion because I accidentally called it that, what are my final thoughts on this pedal? My thoughts on this pedal are that it kind of starts off as being really cool when you first start messing with it, and it sounds really good when you're messing with it on a clean tone setting. You can get some kind of cool delays going on. It kind of performs better whenever you're playing like a lot of single note stuff. You can kind of get some cool things going on, but it kind of just leaves me wanting more. It just like you okay, go ahead, give me a little bit more repeats, make things a little bit fatter, and it kind of doesn't. And at some points, it kind of really only sounds like a delay pedal to me. When you have it on certain settings, it acts more as a delay pedal, and it doesn't necessarily, give you that big lush. I mean, it's obvious the big lush sound like a Strymon. Obviously, it costs nowhere near what a Strymon does. But am I gonna have to brand this one of the worst pedals ever? I'm gonna have to say yes, based on the fact that you can get delay pedals around the same price that do a lot more, honestly. And I really wasn't impressed with this. It's like I wanted to like it, but it's like, come on, give me a little bit more. And it failed in that regard. But enough about me. What about you? Do you think it sounded good? Do you think it sounded bad? Do you have one of these? Do you like it? Let me know in the comments down below. But as for me, I'm gonna have to be out. Peace.